and that hegemonic status shifted to England for various reasons. England was a land inhabited by the Picts of Iberian lineage before Christ, but then the Celts crossed to England due to the Gallic War. After that, Anglo-Saxons who were employed as mercenaries hired soldiers crossed over, and the Danish crossed over too. And later, the Normans moved into England and founded the dynasty of Normandy there. England was a country that was founded by several tribes that united together. England was the last place in Europe where desperate people went because they didn't have a place to live. That is, it was a land for people who had nowhere else to go. England was a barren, cold, and unfavorable land, so even the kings of England often did not live there during the Normandy dynasty. At that time, many kings lived in the Anjou region in the Aquitaine region in France, including King Richard Coeur the Lion, who lived in France. So it seems funny, but there were many British kings who couldn't even speak English. The harsh environment and situation of the British would bring various advantages to people in England later. Since several tribes lived together, a synergy effect took place, and they took only the best things that were created from various ideas. And geopolitically, the countries on the continent did not care about Britain, and Britain did not care about the countries on the continent. So there was often no need to participate in war, so England did not waste national power. Even in the 30 Years' War, Britain did not participate significantly. And when World War II broke out, Britain participated in the last stage. But the British land itself never became a battlefield during World Wars I and II. Beyond that, since Britain was a maritime country, its navigation skills were highly developed at that time. They said that those who ruled the seas ruled the world, but with the development of navigation, England had advantages that enabled Britain to establish hegemony. And in England, the land was barren, infertile, and not suitable for farming. So there were not many manors, as there were not many large farmlands. Since there was no large farmland, there were not many feudal lords, so the nobles couldn't influence with their power. So all these circumstances brought an advantage to quick establishment of parliamentary politics. And another great advantage of British land was that there was an enormous amount of coal buried in the land that was not suitable for farming. During the Industrial Revolution, Britain had the largest coal reserves in the world. All of these conditions contributed tremendously to Britain's national power growth. The Virgin Queen Elizabeth I said, "I was married to England." And England even defeated the Spanish Invincible Fleet in 1588. From then on, Britain attracted the attention of continental Europe and showed up that it was a powerful country in Europe. However, in reality, the political stability of Britain was accomplished through the Petition of Rights, the Puritan Revolution, and the Bill of Rights during the Stuart dynasty in the 17th century. In the mid-18th century, the most groundbreaking industrial revolution in human history took place in England. From the 17th century, England developed industry by using a weaving machine and even tried to make a steam engine little by little. As the steam engine was put to practical use and commercialization was developed in England by a man named James Watt, industrial productivity suddenly increased tremendously and dramatically. Until then, in agricultural or industrial production throughout human history, only human power, animal power, or windmills or water wheels had been used as energy. It was quite natural that industrial production would increase significantly because finally machines powered by steam-powered engines were available. So Britain achieved the Industrial Revolution successfully and retained overwhelming industrial productivity. And in the middle of the 18th century, the British invaded and suppressed the Mughal Empire in India. The British expelled the Dutch, Portuguese, and French, and the East India Company that were in India before. And then only the British stayed and monopolized in India. Then, in the middle of the 19th century, Britain entered the Qing dynasty of China in 1840 and waged the Opium War against the Qing dynasty and won a victory. The Qing dynasty was widely known as the world's greatest power at that time. But Britain proved that China was a powerless paper tiger in the world in a very short period of time. No one could stop it. And England, which always kept winning and winning, had earned a reputation as an empire where the sun never set.